Hi everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So today I wanted to play with some stencils for our something challenge, and I decided I'm going to try to start doing, if I can at all do our challenge on camera. I think that'd be awesome. Sonia, you had mentioned doing that from the beginning, and you're right. So today I'm just going to play and do some different things. I want to make some backgrounds. I might use them, as journal pages when I'm done. I don't know, but I've got I've got a few stencils. I have some ink. I have some paint as well. I don't know that I'm going to do paint. I might not. I'm not sure yet. But I definitely am going to use some spray ink, and I'm going to use some of our oxides and stuff and have some fun. So let's play. If you want to join in, grab yourself some paper. What I have here is some avocado dyed paper, some tea dyed paper, a vintage music sheet, actually an antique music sheet. I have some cardstock, just the buff color, and then I have a few pieces I was thinking I might decorate with stencils that I can use, and just get them kind of ready in the next step of getting them ready for a journal. I just grabbed some, and then I also have a couple of pieces of paper that are cardstock that I was thinking I could make into either a belly bands, or I could make them into a couple of journal cards, whatever. Just more or less, it's just having some fun with stencils today. And I'm not real focused on what I make as much as I am on techniques and fun things that I like to do with mine. And I'm sure that you guys have your favorite techniques as well. I was thinking about with this one, I wanted to probably make it into like 4 journaling cards, like the front face, and then back it with some of the cardstock. So because I love my music. And what I'm doing right now, if you can see, let's see here, I gotta get this pulled down just a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm just making sure that I don't have this squared off edge because it's not rounded, and I'm bringing this up so that I can get a nice just the design, okay? Because I know some stencils have more of a soft edge. This one has a really sharp edge, and when you use it, if I were to use it on the edge of the page, it would make a line right there, and I don't like that. If I can avoid it, I do. And I'm just deciding if I want to, I'm thinking I am going to use some ink, and I'm debating on what colors I would like to use for this one. And I'm going to use this first time round, I'm going to use a dauber. And I think I'm going to go ahead, and this is peacock feathers. So I'm going to go around and use it like this, and I'm just twisting it. I don't know. I love using the ink with my stencils. I love how the effect, I think it looks soft and pretty. And what I was thinking of doing, in fact, I'm going to put a little tiny bit of tape. I probably should just do some washi. Let's see, just something to hold that down for me. I'm looking here in my drawer. All I really have is this flower washi, so I'll use that, which is fun. I'm just gonna put this right here and up here. Because when you're rubbing on here with the dauber, I think if you've never done that before, and I had not until I started doing junk journals, I think what you'll find is that you have to use, you got to use some strength. And now I'm going to also blend in a little bit of brown on this one. I think that the brown, and lately if anybody's been paying attention to me, I've really been in like a teal turquoise kind of brown mode. Like I've been doing a lot of stuff with it lately, and yeah, I like the combination. So, and it's funny because I wasn't a teal person, or You know, I did used to wear a teal eyeshadow years and years ago. But I just thought that this would be kind of pretty to just mix and maybe overlap a little bit. Now, if you want to get in there and get really like inside of a small space, you can use, I'm just grabbing these, you can use these little finger daubers, you know, and then that way it is easier if you have some areas that you really, you know, you don't want to get any ink or paint, whatever you're using, whatever the case may be. So I'm just bringing this, oops, see, like right there, I overlapped accidentally. I should probably be using that finger dauber right now for this tiny little space. But I'm not, because you know me. It's all right. I'm not going to worry about it. I am not going to worry about it. If I've got a little bit of overlap, I'll be decorating these once they're done. I'll be using them, like I said, as journal cards or pockets or whatever. And so, yeah, I'll be decorating everything, and it won't really matter at that point, because I'll cover it with something, and nobody will even know that that little smudge is there. It'll be fine. So I'm just kind of wanting to, what I'm going to do is when I'm done with this side, I'm going to flip this around and do the other side so that these kind of merge and meet. So when I cut them, every spot on this page is going to have, oh, it moved on me. There we go. Is going to have it on there. Sorry guys, got to get that back over there. There we go. So yeah, I thought that that would be kind of fun. So my Amazon man got a whole, oh, this is way off up here. My Amazon man got a whole thing of treats today, because my neighbor, we have new neighbors, and I thought, oh, you know, I'll do something nice and I'll buy him something to welcome him into the neighborhood. And I've gone over there off and on all day, and nobody's answering the door. So I finally, when my Amazon man came today, because we ordered and got a couple of new pillows. Yay! My neck might not be hurting tomorrow. That would be amazing. Yeah, so I gave him to him. I told him, just share them with your family. Eat them when you drive in. He's like, well, thank you. It was a brand new package. It's never been opened. Just got them for the neighbors. They're not answering their door, so I'm not going to keep going over there and bugging them. They have a one of those, what is it called, the doorknob that you can see who's at the door. I can't think of what it's called. Anyway, that expensive doorknob or doorbell. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they saw me at the door. They may have been asleep. I don't know. It was pretty late in the morning and you know, early afternoon. But anyway, so my Amazon man got a package. I told him I'll trade you. He was laughing. He's like, thank you so much. I hope he eats them and doesn't do the whole, you know, worried about a stranger giving him food. They were totally unopened. So yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty. See, that's what I wanted. That's good. That's good. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it around, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So yeah, this video was just hopefully for inspire, you know, just to, now as you can see, it's kind of overlapping. I probably, because of these longer areas, I probably won't do right there and right there, just because I don't really need to. It's already there. So I'm going to just go up to the point of that spot, and then, yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see. I think I will go in on this part now and do some brown on this side. Okay. Because I did the teal at the other end. I did teal at the corner. So I'm going to do, am I in the video? Okay. I'm just making sure I'm in frame. Yeah. So, yeah, this is a fun way to get a pretty design, and it's not going to seep. You know how, but you do have to be careful, not move your paper. Duh, like me. I keep moving my paper. Probably should have put some tape on the paper too. I know some of you are already saying that. Tara, put tape on the paper. I know, guys. You know how I am. I don't always think of everything right away. Anyway, you're very patient with me. But yeah, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. this was, yeah, what I was going to say was this was just to inspire you guys, if in case I did the last week's, I put it out on Thursday because I didn't think about it, and I actually had to swap videos around because I had stuff already planned for Thursday, and then I thought, you know what, I should do the video, and it was already, you know, past the time that I could put it out for Tuesday. So I went ahead and put it on Thursday, but this week I decided that I would make sure I had something for you guys before the week is over, because y'all are putting out some gorgeous something challenge pieces, seriously. And I was like, well, maybe I can inspire. I don't know. You guys are kind of, there's some of you, honestly, that make me look, I should, you know, put me to shame. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at what they made. It's amazing. So yeah, you guys are good. Very good. And then you message me and you tell me these tips, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never even thought of that. Thank you so much. Because, you know, I am, as we've talked about before, relatively new to this world. I was always crocheting or painting or, you know, playing around with something else. I wasn't doing paper crafts, you know, even though I love them. And I've loved paper my whole life. But yeah, I just wasn't doing any paper crafting back in the day. I was doing other stuff. And, you know, so I'm relatively new. I will have been doing paper crafting for 2 years in this July. So yeah, so it's a kind of a new ball game for me. So when you guys suggest things, don't worry. Don't feel like you have to apologize or anything. Compared to some of you, I am a complete newbie. And I just started the channel. It doesn't mean I know as much or more than anybody else. You know what I mean? So thank you always for thinking of me and, you know, letting me know you could try this or you could do that. I was telling, oopsie, pushed that in the wrong spot. I was telling one of you the other day, you always teach me something, because I'll be doing something and she'll see me, Miss Lori, thank you, honey, and she'll see me and be like, you know, you could do this, and you always say it so sweetly, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never would have thought of that. So yeah, and I do so appreciate the tips and the tricks that you guys have mastered that I have not. So there is that piece. And what like I said, what I'm going to do with it is I am going to use this, and see, it's so pretty. And I'm going to cut it into fourths and use it as a background. And then I'm just going to use this type of cardstock for the back, so I'll have a nice journal card. Yeah. And then I'll distress the edges, you know, and all that stuff. But I just really love this stencil and adore using it. I've got a smaller piece of it too, because technically it came as one piece like this, but I cut it when I first got it, and there was 2 other things right here. One's at Paris, and I have them put away, but yeah, I separated it and took it into 4 pieces. Let's see here. Now, what I wanted to try, I saw somebody do this, and I was thinking that it would be fun, so I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know how well it will work for me, but I am going to try. So I used, okay. So I'm going to spray this all with water. Okay, and because it's oxide, it is water reactive. I'm just sitting back a little bit away from my desk because I don't want to get the water everywhere. Okay, and I am gonna put it on my tea stained paper and see if I can get a nice print from that. Okay, so I'm going to sit that there, and then I'm just going to take a piece of paper and rub. I have personally not tried this. I've seen people do it, and I decided I'm going to try that today on the video. Okay, hopefully I will get kind of a cool print. We'll see, right? Let's see. And, ooh, look at it, you guys. Very pretty. Oh, that's awesome. Let's try it one more time and see if the other side, if it'll still give me something. Okay, let's do this side again. I love that. Look at that. It really came out good. So the water just kind of made it almost go into a watercolor type, you know. That looks very cool. Okay, let's see if we can still get a little bit of something, something here. You never know. That ink, it's there pretty thick, so it looks like something's coming through on this side. So let's see here. I hope it did. It won't be as dark as the other side, of course, but oh, but I still got something. So this could be a really pretty page inside of one of my journals. You know, I'm going to let that dry. Just sit that over here to the side. So now the next thing I wanted to try, I'm going to use one of my, and I have more of this paper and I can always, you know, pull some more if I want. I'm thinking if I want to use this paper or if I'd like to try it on the cardstock, because I am going to be like overlapping this one a little bit, and this paper, it can hold more, you know, it can be saturated more. What I wanted to do this time was use some of my, let's see, what colors do I want to use? I'm going to use first the vintage photo, I think. Okay, and I'm going to turn this over because this page is kind of like weird. Anyway, okay. So I am going to do some spraying, and I don't know what I'm going to end up with. I do know it gives you kind of a bubbly effect, and it can end up going underneath somewhat, but that's okay. Because I'm going to probably use this page as like an art journaling page. Ooh, I like that. That looks cool. And so it's not really going to matter if the lines are there or all that, because I just want it to look a little different. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, I do know that I do not want to waste this paper or this ink. So let me grab, let me see what I have over here. Oh, you know what? I have some of this. Let's see. I have some of this paper that I did the coffee dyeing on top of. I'm going to use that and just lay that down. I don't want to waste any of it, so. Oh, that's going to be cool when it dries. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. That paper's so thin, it got wet really easy. But once that dries, then just those lines are going to look awesome. I've still got some ink though. So let's do, I'm going to do a little bit of spray. I'm spraying it with water. And I'm just going to take it and go to the next side. This has kind of been my play page. I've got like stamping on here. I've got paint on this other side of it. This is just one of those Amazon packing paper strips that has the perforation between and all that. That's all this is. And I've just kind of been trashing it on purpose because I really wanted to use it down the road for stuff. So now what I want to do with this, okay, I'm going to grab my wet wipe real quick and just, I'm going to go and waste this little bit of ink here. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, I'm making a clumsy mess over here. All right, now what I was thinking of doing, I love to use my, wiping this down, it's super wet now. There we go. So I was thinking to either use more spray or see if I wanted to, where's my other one? I have such a limited space. I've got like my papers and my my stencils stacked on top of each other because I really just don't have a lot of space over here. So I'm trying to separate. Just give me 1 second. I'm separating my papers from my stencils so I can see what in the world I'm looking at. There. Okay. So I don't know. I'm thinking I want to do this prize ribbon blue, this really dark blue. It's going to turn my fingers blue. You guys are going to see my fingers blue for the next few videos and be like, oh, on Monday's Math Monday, you're going to see it and be like, oh, now we know why her fingers were blue. So we got that side. And like I said, I'm going to cut this down and make it into probably journal cards or pockets or whatever. I have been in a really grungy mood again lately. And so, yeah. Okay, that one went through. But you know what? I don't care. It doesn't, because right now it doesn't look like anything. But later, we all know the rule, layering, building on top of something, it will look like something later on. So I'm really not going to worry about whether or not it looks perfect this time. Okay. And now I've got this one here, and I want to wipe up this blue. I don't want it getting everywhere. Oops, I just dripped it somewhere anyway. Okay, and because it's oxide, it's coming right up. Thank you. Flip that over. Yep, my fingers. Look at that. Courtney's going to be like, what were you doing? Either you were painting or inking. What were you doing? Messy, messy girl of his. He's used to it, though. When he met me, he was like, one of the things he just cracked up about was how messy and or how, not sloppy, but how clumsy I am. And how I'm always messing stuff up in some way. I don't mean to. It's just me. He said, that's one of the things I love about you. That's love, right? Okay. So now, I was going to take, and I did end up getting some blue right there on my cranberry or my avocado paper, which is annoying. I'm letting this one sit over here and dry. Well, that's too bad. It got a little bit wet. I'm just going to wipe this here. That's annoying. I'm going to grab a piece really quick to replace this one because I did want to try something. And it's right here, so I'm not going to be gone but a second. Okay. Now, we can do something with that in a minute, but right now I wanted to use this big guy. And I was thinking, let's see, this is bent. Shoot. Okay, there we go. So I was thinking, what do I want to do with this one? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. What I was going to try was, where's my, let's see, I wanted one of these brighter pinks. No, that's that one. I wanted this one here. It's the picked raspberry. And I was going to use, there we go, and just go over and see if I can get a nice, this is actually kind of a thick, I might have to use a, it's kind of a thick stencil. It's a good one. And that's a good thing, right? But it's kind of being argumentative with me. Well, I wanted to see if I could get kind of like just this scruffy. There it goes. I just have to kind of get the corner in there, it looks like. Okay. Let me see what's happening underneath. It's very, very light. Let's go a little more. Yeah, I think my stencil is just a little thick for me to do that on the smaller parts, but I saw somebody do it on something earlier, and I'm like, oh, it worked great for them. It's funny. Yeah, it's not even coming through for me, even with the thing. It's very thick. Let's see. It's showing up good. I mean, the ink is showing up good. Okay. I was going to break this down into pieces and use it either in some art journaling or maybe a collage, or even using it to collage with on like some journal cards or something. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. So we're just gonna go ahead and do it all with the sponge, since it's just not coming through the other way very well. But I'm not trying to like do it super dark. I just wanted it to be a little more distinct than it was. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. That'll be pretty on there. And what I'm thinking is I want to try this. Let's just run this over. This thing is so fragile. Look at that. Okay. What I was going to do, I've got string from my thing. Okay, stop. That one piece of string keeps coming back. What I was going to do, I hardly ever use this pink, so it's super wet. What do they call it? Juicy? It's very juicy. Because I don't know, I barely ever use it. Any of my pinks, actually. Now, I'm going to add some water. Just a little bit. Okay. And I'm grabbing another piece of paper. Some of the tea paper. And you know what? I'm going to do it like this because I want the words to be readable. And I'm just going to rub. Oh, that's cool. Speckles coming through from the water. Ooh, and you can even see the outline of the stencil itself. Okay. Oh, there you go. Look at that. That looks cool. Can you guys see it okay? It's kind of bright, so it's hard to see, but it definitely looks neat. Oh, I think I actually did what I didn't want to do, and I should have put it like this because I ended up with it backwards. Let's try this again. Let's just run this over real quick. Boy, you guys are so sweet to me because I was laughing just now at myself. I'm thinking one of you thanked me for being so real. I'm like, I can't be anything else because look at the silliness in front of the camera, you know. Okay, so this time I'm going to leave it down here and I'm going to put the paper on top and hopefully it'll be the right imprint. Okay. Okay. It doesn't really matter to me because right now, like I said, I'm just experimenting. I'm playing, giving you guys hopefully some inspire if anybody doesn't know, you know, about stencils or whatever. It still went backwards. I don't know. It's backwards on both ways. I guess I would have to do it this way, huh? Yes, probably. And then it would be the right way. That's the problem. Well, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, I'm just not. How did it do that, though? The part that I wanted to show you is that when you're using this, oh, I set that on the blue, so I ended up getting blue on it anyway. But what I was going to show you was that when you do it with the stencil down and you go on it, you get a totally different effect, and then you get the outline of it when you do it like that. So it's pretty cool. It looks neat. And actually, this is going to be a lot of fun to use in, like I said, in like a collage or something. It's, yeah. So I'm going to like doing that. It'll be cool. Now let's see. What time is it? Oh, we're good. So that is my Inspire for today on the stencils. And this one is drying now. And let's see here. My favorite's the first one we did, the first two. The music and this one. I think those turned out really pretty. I like those a lot. I like that a lot. That page is very, very cool. So I think what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use this in art journaling, so you guys will see this again, I'm sure. But what I wanted to do for now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this down because I wanted to make these into journaling cards. Okay. Now this paper is kind of big, so these are going to be large journaling cards for me, which is fine with me because I'm always in need of either extra small or extra large cards in my journals, because I make a lot of small pockets and I need tiny cards, and then I make a lot of big pockets, you know, so either way it's cool for me. Okay, and I'm going to grab another piece, couple pieces of the cardstock. I think I'll just get one for now, because what I'm going to do is make a journal card and then I'll probably decorate it. Okay, so I'm going to use this one here. Okay, and grab a glue page, and I'll probably just use my glue stick, because with this, like I always tell you guys that, I'm repeating myself, but with this thin paper, a glue stick is perfect to attach itself to the thicker paper. You don't need a bunch of glue, because if I use the art glitter glue or even the Aleene's sticky tacky glue, I'm going to end up with a line where I've put it against the page, and that's just annoying to me. So I mean, you'll be able to see the glue lines, you know, underneath, and I don't like that like at all. So I'm utilizing the corner of this so it'll be even. Yay. And I'm just going to cut this. So I have a lovely journaling card. It's got a nice backer on it. Nice strong backing. And now I'm going to grab my corner. And actually, I think I'm going to do this one, you guys. I have to do it over here. You know the drill. I can't do it right there because it'll kill me. Plus, it'll break my glass mat. So, yeah, I'm not doing it right there. I'm just going to step over here super quick and do it. And the last time I used this, I actually bruised my hand, because I had to hit it so hard. It won't just push for me hardly at all. So, okay, one more, yay! Okay. All right, I think I got them. Oh, that's pretty. See, I like that. It goes nicely with the design. Okay, and I glued it the right direction so that it's going like, you know, the design is going in, so that's good. Okay, now I was thinking what I want to do is, let's see, I do need to trim the teeniest tiny bit right here. Okay, And I was going to go ahead and do the brown and then maybe highlight the very edge with the teal color. Okay. All right. So when I get done with this video, I'm going to be doing a finishing off a DigiKit for the shop, which by the time you guys are with me for this video, it will probably be in the shop, because this video is being made last week. It's like the 9th of February today. So yeah, so I'm a little ahead. Praise the Lord. Okay. I had Cordy pull the something challenge early for me so that I could know what I was going to need to do the video for. So we're not doing the pulling of it on Sundays anymore. We are doing it on whatever day, like a Monday, you know. Oh, I like that. Look, so you can see the edge. So it just kind of brings that all together. Okay. Now we could put like another pocket on the front of this. We could do, you know, lots of stuff with these. Anything you want, of course, because it's a journaling card. I am going to brown this paper just a touch more. It's kind of a bright music paper for being as old as it is. And let me grab something to decorate it with. Oh my gosh, I have got so much stuff over here. So much stuff. It's a little bit off. I am going to just really quickly throw these inks back into their case and put them where they belong. Another thing I was thinking of doing, and I didn't do it with you guys, is you can also, of course, use your stencils with your embossing, and you could use your embossing powder and make some really fun designs. So yeah, lots of stuff that you can do with these. They're just really, really cool. Let's see, that's the wrong blue. Okay. I think I'll stick with more neutrals. I like the neutral. Maybe, well, let's see. This is pretty. Let that go on the side. I love tabs. You know how I am. This is a blue, but it's got teal in it. It's a little bit off, so we'll stick with other stuff here. Let's see. All I have is this little drawer I keep over here that is fun. This little fun stuff in it for me to use to decorate with, because I can't have everything in front of me anymore. I just don't have the room. It's a bummer, but I really don't. So I just use what I can. I'm going to go ahead and use this here, an edge, because I've got so much ink on this dauber, it'll work for me. And then I'm going to brown it a little bit. Okay. So it matches. And wait, I'm going to try something real quick. I just want to make sure this color dominates. So we're going to put, I'm going to get to finally use this. I've had this thing sitting around forever. Guess what? I'm using it this time. I am. You guys are like, okay, go ahead. You got to see. You got to understand, though. I've been trying to find a place to use it forever and just haven't been able to find one. So for me, it's very exciting. So let's see. It is Tuesday. How has your week been going so far? I know we had a chat yesterday because it was Mass Monday. But has everybody been having a decent week? I mean, all's well, I hope. If you need prayer or anything, you know what to do. Just contact me and let me know. I had one of you call me, actually message me and say that you would like to talk to me on the phone. And you gave me your phone number. I'm not going to say a name because you know who you are, but if you're hearing me. And I did call you back when I found the message, and I apologize that sometimes when people send me messages through Facebook, it goes into a separate folder that I don't see unless I just inadvertently open it, and that's what happened. And I wanted to let you know I did call you back, and if you want to call me, you're welcome to. I left you my phone number. So yeah, or let me know on Facebook, you know, a better time to talk or whatever. Okay, I'm here for you guys. I'm not kidding about that. I will honestly try to get back to you within reason. I want to be there for you if you need me to pray, or if you need to talk, or you just want to meet me. I'm good with that too. If I have, until I, you know, if it ever comes to the point where I can no longer do those things, then that's fine. But we're not there yet, praise God. We are still able to, oh, isn't that pretty? I like that picture. I could cut that out and put it, let's try that. It's just a watercolor of, it's a, you know, it's a painting of probably, I don't know if it's Monet or it's one of the greats. I know that. I just can't, I don't know them all. But anyway, I just, you know, and right now in my life, I'm able to respond to you guys, and I do. Anybody who contacts me, you know, I do respond. And I can't talk in the afternoons because my husband gets home, so it has to be in the morning, and it has to be during the week for me to be able to do it, because once he gets home, I pretty much give my husband my time. That's family time, you know, and I may sit at my desk and craft a little bit while we watch some TV together, but for the whole, that's our family time. And then we go to bed, we go to our room and get ready for bed at like 6 o'clock. Sometimes earlier, we actually go in there sometimes at like 5:30, 5 o'clock, depending on how tired we are, if we didn't sleep good the night before or whatever. So if you message me in the evenings and you don't get a response, the reason is because I'm probably in bed. And I don't like to respond to anything on Facebook or anything after my shower time. I'm just letting you guys know why you don't hear from me after a certain time. I know I've mentioned it before, but I'm just mentioning it again because there are those who might wonder. Oh, see, I like that. She and her child are sitting in the midst of the music. I'm just going to do a little bit of distressing on this because she's pretty bright, and just lightly going over it. I don't want to tinge anybody with their face or anything, because if you can see, it's not a super, I mean, it's more of, it is a watercolor type. I've been having a lot of fun fussy cutting things lately and just making things, making my own kind of stuff out of things, you know, and yeah, so I think it's fun. So let me see here. Oh, that one looks good. I was just looking in my little box again. I want to make sure I pick the right words and the right message and the right little things to collage with, because I am building kind of a collage on this one. As you can see, I'm going to do a brown here. I think I might use this little snippet. Okay. And then, lovely. And I'm just kind of, you all have seen Miss Tina do it, you know, just kind of laying stuff out to see where I want it to be. Maybe I've got a little too much teal here. I'm like, okay, that's a lot of teal. That is a lot of teal on top of this. Oh, that's funny. I just was getting really matchy-matchy with what I was doing. There, I brought a little more brown back in on that one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Where's my glue? I know I need to open it. I haven't used it in a minute. Oh no, it's good. I'm surprised. Okay, so I don't know that I'm going to use lovely right there. I might. Okay. I might use something else. You know me, I might use a scripture. Oh, and by the way, you guys, I wanted to let you know that we're going to do another giveaway as soon as we hit 2,000 subscribers. Okay, we hit 1,800 this week, and I decided, I had decided a long time ago actually that I was going to do another giveaway at the 2,000 mark, but I just hadn't really talked about it with you guys yet. So if you have not hit subscribe and you watch the channel and you'd like to be a part of a giveaway, I do send on my giveaways. I do worldwide shipping. So if you are in another country, I can, my friend Sonia, our friend Sonia can attest that I will send it to another country. So can our friend Lori. I will do that. And I want you to know that if you want to be a part of a giveaway on the channel, then I need you to be a subscriber. So, and the more subscribers and the more likes we get on our videos on YouTube, you know, that's the more activity we see happen for the channel, and the algorithm is written so that, you know, it really helps the people that are that have the channel to get their name out there, get their channel out there, if people are liking their videos and if people are subscribing. So it's just a way, it's one of the ways that YouTube knows whose videos to push out there more is the ones that are being watched. Yeah, so the more you watch, or the more you like, I mean, and the more you subscribe to that channel, the further that person is going to go. So if you enjoy the devotions and you enjoy the crafting with me, then and you've been with me for a minute and you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. It would really help me out. Okay, so I am going to put these two down here. They're going to sit right about there. I don't know why, I just like them on there. Okay. And this is going to be my submission when I'm done to our little, I think I might sit her and him there. Yeah. To our something challenge for next week. Or for this week. So if you guys have seen this, then you know why. So I was thinking I might do a little bit more of what I did yesterday with my brush. If I can find my little brush here I was using. Here's one of them. I have so many now. I've been collecting paintbrushes again, you guys. Now this, of course, is a makeup brush. It's not a paintbrush. Let's see. What I want to do is what I did yesterday, which was tap into kind of, not probably everywhere, but I just wanted to bring some darker brown throughout here and there. Because, like I said, I do have a lot of teal going on here. And I didn't necessarily mean for it to dominate quite so much. So I'm thinking if I just do some of this. This is a Woody Stabilo, if anybody's wondering. And they're awesome. Little mini haul. Not mini haul, really. I did get a very cool thing today. I'll show you. You may end up seeing a video before I even show you this. But this is the Hashi aquarelle oil pastel extra soft water soluble crayons or pastels. and they are awesome. They are really, really cool. And I got this 24 pack on Amazon for $11.99. I think after tax it was even $13. So I think that was a really, really kicking deal. So yeah. So there's that. And I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put this here up at the top somewhere. It says, do not worry. The reason I'm putting that is because they look so relaxed. And I thought it'd be kind of just, I don't know, it just kind of goes for me. Now, I just saw another one and I wanted to use it. Oh, here it is. So this one says, answered prayer. So that's my message on this one. They're relaxing. They're just kicking back on a nice sunny day on this little journal card, and they're being told, do not worry, your prayers are answered. So if anybody's out there feeling like God doesn't hear, I promise you, I'm not just speaking out the side of my, as my son would say, out the side of my neck. I know for a fact he's listening and he does hear. And you know what I'm going to do? One more thing. I'm going to trim this. I'm going to cut this down and put it on there a little bit separate, you know? I kind of like that. Okay. Just a little more gold. A little bit. My hands look horrible. Blue ribbon. That's funny. Yep. Okay. There's that. We're doing it there. I know it's reasonable to put it there, but I'm kind of thinking I want to put it over here. I don't know. We'll see. Wait, where do I like it? I guess here's good. It's where the eyes are flowing, so I'll go with it this time. There. All right. So there is that, and now, of course, we got to add a little gold, just a little bit. Just a touch. And I think because I just want to have some on there, I'm going to do my little, I want to kind of bring a little more brightness to this. So I'm going to kind of burnish it a little bit with the tempera paint. Okay. So when you're looking at it from like the view I don't know if you guys can see it as well from where you on the camera. See, but it just kind of brings a little more light to the piece. So there's my entry into our something challenge for this week. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to put my little London sign. I still didn't use it. How many of you out there, show of hands, were like, Tara, you forgot your London sign? I could put it down here. It's going back in the drawer. I'll use it another time. That's so funny. Anyways, at least it did match. I could use it on the next piece. So there's my little entry, and that's our video for today. I love you guys. Thanks so much for being with me. And remember that the Lord loves you, and he hears your prayers. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow. Or no, I'll see you on Thursday. God bless. Bye-bye.